Yo, what's going on, peoples?
Chill! Oh,
You
sorry,
know-
that was pretty loud. Yeah.
Yeah, we back at it. Another Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Bringing,
Yes, sir.
Bringing y'all the news for the week.
Yeah.
Well, some of it anyway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of stuff that's going on, so, you know, we're going to bring you what we can.
Like always.
Yeah, but thank you for tuning in for another episode of What's Up People News. I am your host, Frosty Oreos.
And I'm your co-host, Frosty McNuggetts.
Yes, sir.
Like that? And if this is your first time tuning in, we're a local online comedy news show. We talk about local, national, and international news. And for everybody that's coming back, all of our lovely house guests, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
We salute you. Thank you.
Much.
And we can't forget our wonderful people out there in YouTube. We
Yes,
see
sir.
you. We
Yes,
see
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
But
Let's, before we get into it, we always start this off. How was your week, brother?
my week's pretty good. I got some good news. Today is my son's 7th birthday. He's 7 years old.
Right.
Shout out to him. Happy birthday, son. Happy birthday, Miles. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till this weekend. We're gonna have a good time. But he's already having a good time eating cake and
Nice.
opening up presents and doing all that.
Nice.
But I want to give a shout out to him. And how about you?
My week's been okay. I was a little bit under the weather
Oh man.
a couple of days ago, but I'm back. I'm good now. I'm about
Excellent.
90%. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there.
90% is good.
Yeah.
90% is good.
90% is very good.
You know what I'm saying? I take that any day.
And speaking of shout outs, today as well, my baby girl, I call her my peanut, Anaya, turned 3 months today.
3.
Just imagine.
Damn.
Can you guys just imagine, just think about it? It just seemed like yesterday that I was tuning in while you was running the show from the hospital. Like, yo, bro, I just had my baby. You know what I'm saying? Now she's 3 months.
That's beautiful, man.
Now she's 3 months.
Kids are a beautiful thing.
Yes, I love you, Peanut.
I love you, Miles. You know what I'm saying? We just two happy fathers right
That's
now.
it.
That's what can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing more. Nothing more. But tonight, we're gonna give you the topics tonight. Over 400 civilians killed in Syria over the past week.
Wow.
That's deep.
It is. It is.
Dick's Sporting Goods will no longer be selling assault rifles.
I didn't even know they had guns. But I'm glad that they stopped. That's that's good to know.
Right. Legalized cannabis has not increased traffic accidents.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that later.
Touch that.
We'll touch on that later.
Yeah, just a little bit later on.
Little bit.
Now this is kind of odd,
What?
but a cyclone coming to Boston.
That's what they saying, man.
That's what they're saying.
We'll touch on that.
Community remembers legacy of a youth worker lost to gun violence.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's messed up.
Yeah, we'll touch down on all of that.
We're gonna touch down on all of that.
Let the people know what's going on. Yes, sir. So, to start off about the 400 killings, airstrikes and shellings on eastern suburbs of the Syrian capital. What is it? Damascus.
Yeah, man. That's
Left at least 22 people dead and dozens wounded Saturday, according to the British-based Syrian.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do your thing, man.
Sorry. According to the British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, the bombing raised the death toll to more than 500 residents, including 190 children and women.
It's messed up. I mean, I look at it like this. Despite whatever issues, not me personally, but like the U.S. as a nation and the Middle East and Syria and all that, regardless of that, just being a person. It's messed up. They shouldn't have to go through that. Like,
see,
kid, that's. I mean, I don't know.
It's a messed up situation.
Yeah.
Any way that it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta remember too, the way that other countries are ran and dictated is not really going to correspond with, the things that we may do over here in the States. Now, we know that it's morally wrong and unjust.
Yeah.
But this is a war, this is a beef that's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
So, I mean, again, in as unfortunate as it may be, who are we to say or who are we to tell them not to run their country the way that they do?
Yeah.
Because, they have presidents and stuff like that, but it's really ran under a dictatorship, kind of like North Korea. So, nobody can go over there and tell them what to do. So,
but what makes them any different though?
Well, yeah, but what makes them any different? Because it's not North Korea. Come on, Syria just hit them with chemical warfare. What last year? You know what I'm saying? Like right after the swearing in of the 45th.
Mm-hmm.
So and it killed what?
A whole bunch of
people.
A lot of women and children. I seen some of the video. Shit,
it was depressing.
It was very depressing.
It was depressing, but I don't know, man. Will America step in and put their necks out there?
Do you think teachers should be armed?
No.
Let me know what y'all think. I wanna see that in the. There it is.
No.
There it is.
Nah.
Nah,
I mean, I think that's a stretch, man. I think
it is too.
And I think I was talking with somebody and they kind of said it best. Like, what if that teacher's having a bad day and there's a loud kid or whatever just coming in real disrespectful and all of that, because you have that and they just lose their mind and then start shooting up shit.
That is a major possibility. I don't want that. I'm not in school no more.
Nah.
My son is, and I don't want none of them teachers.
Now, I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Excuse me, my eyes are watering. You gotta look at it like this. There's videos being, what I'm saying, physically aggressive with students in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the situation or what the case is, it's something that happens.
Yeah.
And it happens far too often.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say that this teacher really don't flip out and really lose it and like, yo,
I got, you know what I'm saying? And think about this. When you have a gun, you feel more powerful. You feel unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? You feel, you got this weapon that at any given second you can just pull and boom, boom, boom. The problem is stopped. So if you're a teacher and going back to that analogy, and you have a rowdy student, and this rowdy student isn't responding to your, please sit down. Ma'am or sir, please sit down. Please sit down. And they're giving you lip. You're not going to think, all right, I'm going to send you to the principal's office. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, oh, look at my hip. You gonna
you don't want none of this here.
You don't want
none of this here, Dewey. You don't
want none of this, sir, man.
Nah.
Think about it. It goes right back to your analogy. The teacher's having a bad day. Bills is late. Hot water's off. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are real situations that teachers have to deal with. And think about this. Lately, teachers have been having to pay out of their own pocket for school supplies. So now you got a rowdy student,
and you're like, mother, I just went to Walmart and paid.
Yeah,
and you're gonna what?
Now, you know what I'm saying? The psychologist's like, oh, watch my hip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tim, Jackson, Jaquan. These people like. Don't arm teachers. That's a horrible idea. Horrible.
That's the reality.
Horrible. That's the reality.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Just go a little faster. We just move a little faster now because we got to rotate.
That's how we doing it.
There we go.
That's
just
how we doing it right now.
Ambiance.
The ambiance.
Ambiance. Feng shui.
Right. So hit them with the, the marijuana talk.
So
let's hit them with the marijuana talk.
Me and friend of the show, host of the Lukey podcast, brother JQ. You know what I'm saying? March 5th. Shameless plug. March 5th. The first episode on the Lukey podcast will air on channel 323 on YouTube.com. And it will also, if you want to hear the audio version, it's LukeyPodcast.podomatic.com. And I'll explain more at the end of the show. But where was I at? I done lost
the weed.
Yes. So, what's going on now is for everybody out there that partakes in the cannabis, marijuana, or however you want to call it, the CCC Commission, which is the Cannabis Control Commission, is the commission that tries to regulate all the marijuana laws for the dispensaries, smoke shops, and things of that nature. Just the other day, they passed a vote 4-1 to allow home delivery services. So basically, you can order some cannabis like you order from Domino's or your local grub shop, pizza shop, sub shop. But Charlie Baker and his people came in and blocked it. If this did pass, they would have started operations in July. Because Charlie Baker and his people came in and blocked it, they now have to wait till February of next year. And during that time, the CCC Commission will then have to come up with, regulations and licenses and trying to figure out how to regulate, this new industry. But a lot of people are fighting for that, to let this be passed now, and even though pass it now, but still make the laws come February when they can know how to.
I got a simple solution to all of that.
What's up? Hit them up, man.
Just so that it's not running rampant,
right?
Which it could have the potential to do. If you do have a medical marijuana license, or card, I'm pretty sure it has a number on it. If it's going to be a mobile app in which you could, do all of these things. I think in order for you to even access the app or go any further in the app, you have to put your license number in.
Oh, okay.
You have to put your license number in. You have to verify a bunch of things, whether it's your age, date of birth, social security number, all of that stuff. Once you start putting that stuff in there, people are not gonna just toss that around for it to be used. So that'll, you know what I'm saying? Maybe put some regulations on the whole thing. That's just what I think.
They have this service in Colorado, and I think they also have this service in California as well, or they're going to, because California they just passed their version of legalizing marijuana not that long ago. So they're probably going to be doing the same thing, but it's working in Colorado. Side note, Colorado hasn't had any traffic deaths because of legalized marijuana. Should women submit to men, and like he said, vice versa, should men submit to women, and why? And how would that affect your relationship or their relationship?
Can I comment?
You want to comment?
Can I comment on it?
Go right ahead, comment. You the host, man.
I'm gonna comment on it.
He's gonna start off the comments, but we want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Seriously, we want to know. It's 2018.
Now again,
let's have a conversation.
Again, this is just my opinion.
Right.
I think that it should work both ways. I think the man should be submissive to his woman, and the woman should be submissive to her man.
Okay.
For the sake of, you know, when one person dominates, you know, a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's coming from the man or the woman, it usually doesn't work. So, you know, you have to give both ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's it should be limits to what you're submitting to, but for the most part, you know, if you love the person that you're with, and you really want to make it work, like, you have to give something to get what you want.
Right.
Now they say happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real talk.
I'm with that.
That's what they say.
Sure.
But it's like
happy girlfriend, happy life.
Right. So it's like, what do you do? What do you have to do to make her happy? So you have to submit to something.
Right.
You have to submit to something, and not every situation is the same. There's some women that like